Maybe? Alright. Welcome, everybody, to Byte the Robot stream. This is Byte the Robot, and we are back. We're going to try and deal with a certain goddess of rot that was giving us a lot of trouble last time. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Let me just yawn real loud at the start of this episode, y'all. Your boy's a little sleepy, but that's okay. I'm a little bit stuffy. It's allergies, I think. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So like I was saying about this episode is that we are actually just going to fight Melania the way that I would normally fight her, I guess. Yeah. Wow, I'm big. Holy crap. Hold on. Allow me to be Gundam. Sorry. Oh, Lordy Almighty. Lordy Almighty, oh Patty O'Malley. Alright. So yeah, we're actually just going to fight her normal, how I would normally do it. Minus the fact that I'm not going to go full grung on her by smashing her into the floor with 2 colossal weapons, so... yeah, let's do it. So the way I normally do it is I spirit summon, and then I engage her in semi-honorable combat. While my spirit summon gives me assistance. Now, I know Latenna probably won't survive very long, but worst comes to worst, I will just summon other players to help me because I just want to be past Halig Tree at this point. Yeah. And then maybe one day we'll come back to this and try and challenge her with parries only again. We'll see. But mostly I just want to be done with Halig Tree. This place kinda, well, I made my feelings on this place very clear from the last 2 episodes we did this, so let's not dive into that again. Yeah. Fact of the matter is that we tried and we did not succeed. Wait, why did I lantern? I'm a dork, excuse me. Alright. Yeah. Latenna giving us some good backup, but she can't take it herself, so... oh, she's gonna waterfowl. Ah! She waterfouled in such close proximity. Yeah. So... we're probably just gonna summon in some help. Because I ain't about to spend a whole episode doing this. And maybe one day in the future, we will try this challenge again. Oh. Wait, not what I wanted to do. Did I goof? No, I just used the wrong item. So yeah, if you ever want to summon in people, fur calling finger remedies are what you need. I have no desire to get good at this boss right now. We just want to move on. And none of them know. What up? We have a frog lady. And we're going to have PE. So let's go. All right. I kind of like how that looked. Just all of us jumping in unison. Yeah, so there used to be a cooperator across the platforms called Let Me Solo Her. And his whole gimmick was that he would just fight her, Mylania himself. Because he got real good at her. Now, I will never get that good at Mylania because, no. We've adequately seen that that is a dead end in this playthrough, at least. Alright. And there she tried to BM me with kicking. In this playthrough, you will probably get to see her second phase. I just want to know how that frog lady dodged all of Mylania's stuff. That's impressive, because I can't do it. Alright, now we get to actually see phase 2. And I apologize to my cooperators, but we have not seen this cutscene yet. There's a lot of background noise for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'll fix it later. Yeah. Welcome to phase 2. Yep. Trust me, you're already a true horror. Yeah. You first, lady. You first. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to run up and pass so that her initial Scarlet Aeonia misses. But if you have a means of ranged attack, I would take it so that you can hit her while she's in the Aeonia. So, in this case, I'm using my Moonlight Sword as my ranged attack for that. And my party members are attacking at... Oop! Ah, dang it! Well, that's embarrassing. Especially since we were so close. Oh well, we're just gonna try again, and we get to skip the cutscene this time. Lord, I just want to be at a Halic tree. Let's try again. But as you can see, Halic tree is among one of the areas that I struggle with a lot. I guess that's obvious, right? Considering that we have been at this for about episode and a half. Not what I wanted to do, sorry. Oh, Lord. Okay. We'll wait for the other guy. I think I'm also going to switch up my shield since I'm not really going to be doing any parrying. Puts me heavy, though. Alright. Off we go. And we're going to let Frog Lady charge on ahead first. And then we're going to... You came to the wrong neighborhood, this lady. Dang it. Yep, let the frog lady take the riposte. Alright. You came to the wrong neighborhood. You came to the wrong hood. Get her. Yeah. Alright, we can skip. And time for phase 2. Nope, 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 nope. We are not doing that. There is another waterfowl going on over there that I want no part of. Alright, another Scarlet Ionia coming out. And we're gonna hit her at range. I mean, whoever these people are, I thank them for their help. Oh my god.
My brother, I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
So yeah, that's how Melania goes down this playthrough. Maybe one day if I revisit Elden Ring, I will try this boss again with parries only, but I just wanted to get past this. And also so I can show you this. We picked up an unalloyed gold needle earlier in our play, so... We get Miquella's needle, and a somber ancient dragon smithing stone. You know, in case you didn't have enough of them already. But, there we go. That's how we do. And now we can move on. I'm so happy to be done with Halictree, guys. You have no idea. Yeah, we didn't do the challenge, but I couldn't. I'm just bad. Now then, I would like to show you one of my actual favorite bosses now. We're going to go fight a certain Lord of Blood, whose domain has been helping us level up quite a bit. That's right. We're going to go fight Mog. Or Moog. Either or. I don't really know, man. Alright. Since the goal is 150, level 150, that's what we're going to put some points into. And we're going to go. I actually like the Moog fight, so I'm actually going into this unprepared, now that I think about it. Because there is a cracked tier that I should be going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go get it real quick. All right. Let's start this off right with a digression. You know what I mean. Yeah. So we're going to go to Bridge of Iniquity. And we're going to go look for a certain church in Lindell. Now, the church that we're looking for actually has a cracked, or it has an invasion, I should say, that contains a cracked tier that will help us survive one of Mohg's attacks. If not, then that attack is probably going to Shrek us and we're not going to have a good time. No. And I would like us to have a good time this episode. So let's have a good time. How have you guys been? I know I always ask that every episode. I know that nobody's actually watching me, but you know, I still want to know. I still care. I just want to know that y'all are still doing good, still doing sexy, still doing all of the things that give you meaning in life. Lord knows that once this playthrough is over and we're going to get to do Shadow of the Erdtree blind, that's when we're going to have an awesome time. Drops this coming month, I think. Yeah, I think. I pre-ordered it, so whenever it's done downloading is when we jump in, I guess. And then we also get to spoil ourselves with lore videos. Yeah. I wonder what all the background noise in my mic is. If you guys hear anything weird, just let me know in the comments section. Oh my god, I'm so burp in your ear. Allow me to just burp right in your ear. Because you want to hear that, right? When you hear me basically become Rick Sanchez over the course of this playthrough. Just be like, Morty, you have to become the Elden Lord, Morty. Oh my god. Alright. So, we're gonna get invaded. And this invasion is gonna give us the cracked tier we need. From this Violet Bloody Finger. I don't think so, lady. I love how I could just two-shot this enemy. But we can't beat Melania with parries. Sad. Okay, now we're going to go back to Mohgwyn. And when we get in there, you're going to equip the crystal tier that we just picked up. The purifying one. Because it will render you mostly immune to one of Mohg's attacks. That's going to come up in the boss fight. Yeah. Not much more to say about that, really. Let's jump in. Yeah. It was always my intention to get past Melania, just through whatever means necessary in this play, so we'll do the challenge another day when we revisit this and we have more time and patience. But for now, you. Ew. Yeah. Gross. Ew, gross. Warriors? Okay, sorry. So this is Moog. He is a brother to Morgoth, who we fought earlier. Yeah. His whole thing is blood flame stuff, which I think looks super dope. Alright. We're gonna beat the snot out of you. And we're gonna stab you. That's right. Alright, now he's gonna knee heal. Yeah, this is the attack I was talking about. When he does his knee heal, that's when he goes all psycho mode and ends up becoming a problem for us, because if we didn't have that cracked blood tier, we would have taken a lot more damage than we just did. So, gotta be careful about that. Now, I love Moog as a boss. He is legit very fun, so I actually feel like we did something good when we beat him. I don't know if you can actually parry Moog. Wasn't gonna try it, to be perfectly real with you. Now then, you might be wondering what's is up with that egg. And to be real with you, I don't really know. What I do know is that it may serve as the entry point to the DLC. So there's that. And we're going to increase the amount we replenish with our flasks. Excellent. Sorry, I'm just BMing because I feel good right now. I spent my Memorial Day, paid a visit to the graves of my grandparents. It was awesome. Both of them programmers. You gotta memorialize that too, you know? Anyway, enough about me. We are now going to proceed with the story. And to do that, we need to actually go back to Mountaintops of the Giants. Oh, where? Oh, there it is. Sorry, y'all. I temporarily lost track of where we were in the story. It's been a while since we actually did any story content, so let's go. Let's go do it. Because the next boss on our hit... Oh, God. I don't know why that was so painful, but it was. It was like a weird hiccup laugh. Eh. Is what I say to that. So, yeah. We need to be going up here to the Mountaintops of the Giants to continue the story. And then leading up to Shadow of the Erdtree, I might even show you the second character that I've been building up. Because I wanted to make a Dragoon character. I usually only go with sword and board type characters or just longsword class characters because I think they're cool. But I equally think Dragoons are cool, especially like Final Fantasy-ish looking Dragoons. So, on the side, I've been playing a character that is a spear user. And maybe at some point I'll show that off in a not related video to this series. Listen, I know I promise a lot of different series when I'm on here, but you know, new content creator. I can't I can't do anything right yet. Yeah. And now I'm also trying to find, oh, speaking of which, I'm also trying to find I'm trying to find a good time to Nope. I'm trying to find a good time to actually work on and release the bad bytes. I said that last time, but it's true. My housemates, I gotta respect their time when they're home, just like how they never really end up being here. So yeah. Alright. Now we gotta cross a frozen lake. And that frozen lake is a lake. I'm dumb. Oh well. That's what you watch me for, is being dumb. A robot that plays video games on the internet being dumb? What? Say it ain't so. Byte, say it ain't so. Yeah. I know I probably could have just taken the grace over here. I didn't think that far ahead. I didn't think that far ahead, and to confess to y'all, I only have one monitor. And I'm basically split screening every time I play. Yeah. So there's that. If you wanted better looking samurai armor, by the way, there is a dungeon over there somewhere, or a cave, that contains the white reed set. I don't really need it for this playthrough. I also wanted to point out how terrifying Borealis looks coming out of the icy mist. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I played through this game, that jump scared me a little. He's a bit scurry. And I make no bones about pointing it out. Now, there is another optional boss that I would like to fight while we're up here. Just because I think he's interesting looking. First Church of America. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm goofy. I'm goofy today. I'm goofy. I'm goofier than a cartoon Disney dog. Alright. Now then. Right over here should be a spirit spring. And a cemetery. Which will lead us to an Everjail containing a hidden boss. And I would like to murk this boss because, because why not? Yep, right up here. Lord Contender's Everjail. Oop, I think I hit my microphone. I think I hit my microphone. Oh my god. Are we good? Audio level wise? Hold on. I'm gonna check. Yeah, okay. We're fine. I got very scared there for a second because the last time I hit my mic, everything went wrong and I almost broke it. See the last episode for details on how that went. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Everything broke, y'all, including my spirit. Alright, we're gonna buff up. And there's Vike. You may remember Vike from the last time we saw him. Homeboy was using madness-related stuff. Aw. He weapon arted twice, and he's gonna use bolts. Maketa. It's all good. We're good. Now I'm also hoping that we're dropping frames. What is happening? Are we back? Internet, are we good? I hope so. I upgraded my internet for a reason, y'all. I would be very sad and very, very scared if this broke. Okay, we're going back to normal. That was a very weird dip. I didn't like that. I'm watching it from my end and it looks fine now, but there was a moment there where we just dipped so far and that scared me. Alright. He uses lightning. He uses his AOW. Aww. Yeah, this episode I don't really care if we die a bunch. We good. Steak of America. American steak. Yeah. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Where? Oh, okay. I temporarily got turned around. I don't know why, but I did. That's okay. Being temporarily turned around ain't the end of the world. Allow me to yawn in your ear again. Alright. So the correct way to dodge that is to get out of dodge. And die. Vike was so strong he actually ended up destroying my connectivity for a sec in that in a couple of runs ago when my internet dipped. That's actually something that I'm a little salty about when I upgraded my internet. The best I can get out here is an Xfinity plan with no fiber. I was originally going to get fiber, but yeah, that doesn't exist where I live, so fighting with a coax cable it was. Because that's what we like to do, you know? Had enough of my nonsense, Vike? He must, because he's trying. Alright. Ow. Aw. You're not gonna let me parry you, are you? Oh, there we go. Get parried. Was that kind of a scumbag way of beating him? Yes. Do I care? Nah. Not really. I'm just happy to be out of I'm just happy to be out of Halic Tree. Joy and celebration, y'all. I don't have to suffer this episode, nor will I impose suffering on any of you. I don't want you to. I don't want you to have to suffer the way I did. And let me tell you, there was suffering. Once again, see my last episode to see how that went down. It was bad, y'all. It was real bad. But yeah, maybe after this video, I will show and post a video. Just a regular video, though. Of the Dragoon build I'm doing. Won't be very long. And yeah, maybe y'all could laugh at me and think I'm funny looking. I already know I'm funny looking. That's why I'm here. Ah! Dog. The doggo, he doesn't like me. Why doesn't the doggy like me, Mom? Actually, if you take a good look at those things, they have like a weird T-Rex gait. They're like a T-Rex wolf. That's probably the only way I can describe that gait that they have. It's a little weird. All right. And now we proceed. We are allowed to. Seriously though, shout out to the two that helped me out earlier with Melania, because I wasn't gonna spend all day on that boss again. That would just have been depressing, and no thank you. I'd rather not go for depressing, I'd rather go for fun. So let's have fun. When I revisit this challenge in the future, maybe I'll stick to it and beat my head against a wall, but not today. But today is not that day. Yeah. We're also going to run into another invader because I like to hit up a church that's coming up here soon. Eventually. We have to get past a bunch of stuff. There are a lot of dead giants on stakes. Not of America. Or beef, unfortunately. Speaking of beef, to show you how much of an old man I am, one of my coworkers at work pointed out the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. That's some that's some wild stuff, man. I watched an entire Red Thread episode on that, and Red Thread is one of those things I like to put on in the background when I'm trying to work on stuff, so yeah. Charlie's awesome. Mr. Charles. Aw. Aw. Fun story, actually, about the weapon that Okina is using here. Is that it used to be a meta PvP weapon before it got nerfed into the dirt. Now, obviously, I don't do very well against Okina, but it's alright. I had to stretch. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm yawning a lot today. But I can't make that joke anymore. I feel like I need a burp, but I just am not. Y'all ever get that? Just the urge to let rip and then you just don't. I keep forgetting that my weapon art isn't actually an attack weapon art. So in my side playthrough with the Dragoon build, I'm used to using Storm Assault so much now that... Yeah, I'm used to using Storm Assault now, so... I'm used to my weapon art coming out real fast. And not just real fast, but like... Oof. Get parried. Okina's trying. But now I've got your number. Ow. I forgot that it had a long-range poke. Maybe I shouldn't forget that. Rivers of Blood has a long-range poke, brain. And you can't parry jump attacks, so... Aw. Come on, brain. Yeah, that's what it sounds like if you die via fire damage. And Rivers of Blood does both bleed and fire. Because it's a blood flame weapon, I think. I actually don't remember. I think it's a blood flame weapon. Cannot be sure. I don't know why I rested. Let's go. Alright. Okina will invade again. Here's another fun fact about Okina, actually. He's actually one of the people you summon in the Radon fight. He helps you bleed him. If you didn't know how to do that already. Ow. Stop that. I can't remember if you can parry his weapon art or not, but Lord knows I'm a try. I don't need to try anymore. There we go. But yeah. I have a Brave Fencer Musashi build that actually uses Okina's armor set. Because it looks all Musashi-y. Funny enough, it actually also uses the Moonlight Sword that we're using right now. And it also uses Moonveil. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Moonveil, but it was thematic. I needed it. I needed it for my Musashi build. Oh. And, there's a fire giant. Fun fact about the fire giant is that you cannot parry him. But also... Actually, I should do that and then come back, but I know I'm probably going to die in this encounter, so let's just see how far we can get before we end up getting killed. But you can actually summon Warrior Jar Alexander to come and help you if you've been keeping up with his story. Ow. I never use Alexander here because I don't really feel the need to. Plus, the fire giant has a bunch of HP, and I don't really feel like dealing with all that HP. So the idea behind the fight is that you break the cords around his ankle, and that his ankle becomes a weak spot. Yeah. If you're paying attention, he actually had like a leg brace on there. Yeah. So now we can get a bunch of free damage in on him. He will also shoot those, like, fire planet-looking things at you. I don't really know what else to call them other than, like, fire planet attack. He'll also try and hit you with his bowl. Which... I always thought that cutscene was creepy. It's because he has that, like, weirdo eye looking at you. And he's going to try and firestorm. He's going to turn into a volcano. Yeah, actually, for the build that we're going for, I should go get Alexander. Even if I never use him in this fight, I still need his... You know what? Yeah. Let's let the fire giant kill us. Punch me! I like a giant that can beat me up. Just actually kill me. Come on. There you go. That's a face only a mother could love. Not America. She killed all the fire giants. If I was going through at all of the churches and actually listening to all the things that Melina had to say, we would actually get that little bit of lore. Where it would be like, oh yeah, well, Queen America actually killed all of the giants on the mountaintop. That's why all of their bodies are impaled on trees. Yeah, that giant also is the reason why we're heading up there, because he has the Flame of Ruin. And that Flame of Ruin is actually what we're going to use to burn the Erd tree. Ooh, I don't know why I hiccup burped, but that was painful. I hear my dog barking. That's probably because she's talking to her boyfriend. When I do these, I like to leave all the windows open and open up the windows upstairs, so... She probably is just talking to her boyfriend across the street. I make that joke, but yeah. She's most likely talking to her boyfriend across the street. There's another, so Snow is a little Chihuahua dog. Specifically, she's a Terrier Chihuahua mix, and Lordy Almighty, she loves to bark. She does three things really well: barking, shivering, and looking absolutely adorable. And normally when I'm doing this, she kind of meanders around my workspace. Fun fact, I do all of my recordings on the mid-level, so it's where I get the best internet reception, especially since after I upgraded. The first episode that I ever released that looks like, well, ass. That one I was shooting upstairs because that's where my old router was. And yeah, I didn't like it, so I upgraded. It didn't do what I needed it to. Which sucks because my computer can handle a lot of the legwork of streaming. And all of my equipment is really good. It was just my internet that was poo-poo. It was poo-poo. I am immature today too, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But for now, let's fight a magma worm. I think that's the one attack that magma worms do that I absolutely despise. Is when they decide, I'm gonna run around and spit fire all over the place. Alright, now we can fight. Although I get the sneaking suspicion that if I don't proactively start attacking, Latenna will probably die. Yep, there she goes. But it doesn't matter, we win. Our Moonlight Sword's awesome, that's why. Alright. By the way, here's Alexander. I love this character so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, good lord. What up, Alexander?
Good sir. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T.
Thanks, bro.
It's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old
Yeah. I just thought we came at a wrong time because of the noises you were making, bro. But I'm glad to see you're doing okay. Yeah. I'm not actually going to wear it, but I just wanted to show y'all what it looked like, because you can, in fact, wear a pot on your head. In fact, it's what Let Me Solo Her used to wear back in the day. Alright. And I know people don't like pauses in videos, but I'm going to have to be right back. I'm going to go check on my dog real quick. Because she's being a little bit of a spaz right now. BRB. All right. My bad, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, my dog was being a bit of a spaz. She came up and started pawing my leg. That means she needs to go poo-poo. She has to go for a poo-poo. So I let her out, and we let her back in. So yeah. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. And now she is. So how about y'all? Anyone who watches this video, do you got any pets? Because pets are awesome. Well, to you too, whoever was in the background of that. Sorry. I forgot to mention there's a grace down here if you wanted a quicker one, but I forgot. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I always forget that grace exists, but it does. I usually just use the one over there from the church. And not really for any reason other than I kind of felt like it. So yeah. We're going to try again and we're going to burn the Erd Tree. Oh, but like I was saying, you could summon Alexander. It does mean that you lose access to Torrent, which Torrent in this fight is actually really helpful. I just wanted to show y'all you can do this if you want. You can have the good pot boy on your team. So yeah. Ah. So yeah, eventually Alexander will catch up and he will give us a hand. But as you can see, he's a little bit on the slow side. He runs very slowly. But that is okay. Alright, so that's his get off me attack. The only way to really get out of that is to just get out the way. Why not? Let's call Latenna. And we're going to start wailing on the giant. We really didn't need all the extra help. I just thought it would be funny to show you that, in fact, you can bring Alexander into this fight if you want. And that he is an absolute goat. Alright, so he's gonna do his firestorm. We can get out of the way of that. Unfortunately, Latenna did take a little bit of damage there, but that's okay. Gotta get up close. It's the way that I've found is the most awesome for avoiding sorry, I lost my train of thought. But it's the way that I found best avoids his volcano attack. I almost called it a meteor attack from like Smash, but it's not quite the same thing. Thanks, Alexander. Visions of Potboy. Like I said, Alexander is one of my favorite characters in this game just because of how, like, amusing he is, even if the lore behind the Jarmen are kind of jarring. I'm sorry. That was very lame. Oh, good lord. How up my own butt must I be to laugh at my own joke like that? Oh, well. We can't all be perfect. Alright. So now that we have defeated the fire giant, we have now earned the right to burn the Erd Tree. Now you might be asking, Byte, you had to travel half a continent away to get to here. How are you going to burn a tree that's that far away? To which I respond, it's magic. I don't got to explain nothing. Nah, but for real though, what we're going to do is rest at this grace. And upon resting at this grace, we're going to get an option to speak with Melina. And once I give myself some more levels real quick. What up, Melina?
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
Oh, really? All right. Well, here you go. I've rested my hand upon you. Why are we doing this? I'm not really seeing the point in all. I'm feeling really sleepy. Sorry.
O Erd Tree, you shall burn. Burn for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
Well, that was a nap and a half if the world ended while I was asleep. Well then. Yeah. Bit of a sad cutscene, isn't it? Poor thing. So yeah, Melina actually sacrifices herself to burn the Erd Tree for you. So you could burn the thorns away. Now there is one more step we have to take before we can finally reach the end game. And we need to go get Destined Death. It's a little unclear on how we're supposed to do that, but we're in Crumbling Fira Missoula for a reason. Alright. So now, there are all these Fira Missoula beasts walking around. So yeah, Melina, this whole time has been a kindling maiden. So it was meant that you burn the Erd Tree eventually. I don't really know what the lore implications of this is, but maybe it's that she was just kind of spiriting around trying to get us to help her out so she can figure out her destiny, because her stuff was sealed away in a room. Or maybe she kind of always knew. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I don't really know much about the direct lore of Melina, but she's one of the characters in this game that I find immensely fascinating. Alright. But for right now, we are in Crumbling Fira Missoula, which is, it's a trippy looking place. And you'll soon see that this area is one of the bleakest looking things I've ever seen in a FromSoft game. And I'm not just talking about the washed out color palette. We are going to get ambushed by a dragon here, but he's basically kind of like a downgraded Lich Dragon. So I also basically call all the dragons in this game Calamite because that's kind of what they remind me of, to be perfectly honest with you. They remind me of Black Dragon Calamite. They share basically the same moveset, if you observe. They're just bigger. That's not to call it a bad thing, it's just a thing that I noticed. And actually, something I may do for the end game, just to make this seem a little bit more epic, I might convert this character into my Musashi build. Just because I think it looks cool. But we'll see. Yeah. I only say that I'll do that because our character isn't naked anymore, so it doesn't really make sense to keep calling him Manties. And it was a joke given to me by one of my friends, so it was mostly because they were telling me that they thought it was funny to watch my character just running around with his cheeks out. But since there are no more cheeks, I don't really know if I can keep calling them Manties. We'll find out later on, though, what the case is on that. Ah. Stop that. Just in case you needed more ancient smithing stones, you can get one from that dragon. And Latenna is being a homie as always. So then, come up here. There's a grace in here. But first I need to delete that smithing stone. And the area here is best described as really confusing. There's a lot of different routes you can take. There's a lot of different things you can find here. On a basic level, it's pretty easy to traverse because it's just a straight shot mostly. This is just one big legacy dungeon. But if you really wanted to, you could actually explore the entirety of this area and find all the stuff that's hidden here. If you wanted. I don't really want to, but maybe we'll make a dedicated episode just to scouring Crumbling Pharaoh Missoula, you know. Just to show you guys what's going on. There's also these undead beastmen. I'm not really sure what they're doing here, but nah, I'm actually kind of sure. It's kind of implied that time in this place. There's a Rick and Morty word for you right there. It's that time in this place has been fractured. And we're going to see something along that line when we get to a certain boss in this area. Yeah, and that boss I actually really like. I know a lot of people aren't really a fan of the boss that I'm referencing, but I think he's cool. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, sorry, that reminded me of the death I had back when we were just getting into the Halig tree. Yeah. Again, check out the last 2 episodes if you want to know what happened there. But I had a death that was really funny looking, and I cannot adequately express to you just how ridiculous it looked. It was something else, and it was really funny. Now, there are ashes over there I could get. I don't want them. Yeah. But what we are about to get ourselves into is one of the fights that I'm least a fan of. That's right. We have another one where I'm just going to be like, ugh. But the reason why I don't like this fight is for a very specific reason. And you're going to see why when we spawn the boss in. Yeah. 2 godskins. Now again, godskins are susceptible to being put to sleep, so if you wanted to, you could bring in items to put them to sleep. I personally just don't, and that's not even because I don't think it's an efficient use of time. I just straight up forget. It's also why I decided to bring in Bernal, because at this point, like I said, if the game's going to do me dirty, I don't mind doing the game dirty too. Yeah. And this godskin has the fat roll that I hate so much. So I usually target the big guy first. And you'll notice that even though we killed both of them, they still have a health bar. Well, that's because they're going to infinitely respawn until we deplete the health bar. Now, what I will say is that I think this boss is lame. It's not lame because the bosses themselves individually are bad. It's just that it's very lazy to put two of the same kind of boss in a boss room like this, when you could have done something that was infinitely more creative. So yeah, I'm not entirely a fan of this boss either. And to be perfectly honest with you, I might like it less than I like Melania. Because at least Melania will kick your face in, but it'll do it honestly. That was just boring. I complain a lot, but I love this game, I swear. I've been told I shouldn't have been born in the US. I should have been born in the UK. Not really. Yeah. So there's that. Booyah. Oh no. Okay. Now here's where the confusing element of the area comes in. There's a lot of branching pathways and a lot of pathways that don't make any sense. Which I like, actually. This area is really arcane looking and kind of fun to traverse. Tartarverse? I don't know. Tartar sauce. Oh, good lord. My brain is elsewhere. But isn't it always? Doggo's talking to her boyfriend again. Yeah. So my goal for this episode is to get the last talisman of our build. And to retrieve it, certain steps needed to be taken. And we needed to get Warrior Jar Alexander out here for a reason. Which we will find out in a moment. Oh god. I don't know where that burp came from, but it hurt. Ah. Ooh, give me a sec. That was actually a bit painful. Oh my god. Alright. So. We needed to do all of Alexander's quest line. So we could bring him here. And you are about to witness what I largely consider to be one of the saddest scenes in this game. Alright, I'm ready. Hi, hey Alexander, what's up?
I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, you're certainly a force to be reckoned with, eh? I doubt there's a single soul who could have handled that giant other than you. It was practically a god. Of course, I count myself, the great Alexander, among the many. Which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you.
Yeah. So we need to engage Alexander in Mortal Kombat. So let's just do it.
You are ready then, I take it? Then let us
Alright.
I am the great Jar Warrior.
That was...
Victory was impossible. This vessel was found lacking.
Hey, what's up, dude? You fought good, man. You fought good.
My thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. a warrior to his last.
Aww. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Yeah. So we beat Alexander and take his innards. Have I mentioned that this game is dark? So yeah. We needed his warrior jar shard because now that I've decided that I'm going to probably transition into a Musashi build, we're also going to need the moon veil, and we're going to need all this other stuff as well. But there is one thing that I want to do, because we know about another little warrior jar, or someone who wants to become one. So let's pay him a visit. Hey, Jarbairn. What's up?
Oh, hello again, cuz. No, I haven't changed my mind. I'll begin my journey once I'm ready to go, as a warrior jar, in search of glory.
Hey, listen, about Alexander. Here.
Wow. Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you, cuz I'm a warrior jar, so I need to be strong. I can really have them, right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights. I don't think I'll see you again when I set out. Warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you, cuz.
Well, it was good to know you, Jarbairn, and take care of yourself.
I'll never forget you, cuz.
All right. Yeah, like I said, sometimes this game gets pretty depressing, and this is one of those moments. So anyway, since we're pivoting over to a Musashi build, we need to go get the sword for this build, or the real sword for this build, I should say. And that can only be found in a cave. And it's a sword that a lot of people don't really like because it's overpowered. Like, I get it. People don't like the sword because it's overpowered, but thematically with the Musashi build, it makes sense. Because you're using both the Moon Veil and you're using the Moonlight Greatsword. And it is, if I recall correctly, over here. So we need to get into Gale Tunnel. Now the reason why it's a good thing that I put it off for this long is because at the start of the game you only have just enough of these somber smithing stones to get a weapon, get one of these legendary armament weapons up to +10. But now that we have the entire end game open to us now, we can actually upgrade another one. Ooh. Now my dog's being a spaz. I think my beasts take it in turn being spazzy. After this, though, she knows she gets to go on a walk. Since I missed streaming yesterday. Wow. Now that I think about it, I've been missing streaming a lot. I've been streaming on Tuesdays instead of Mondays. Oh god. But it's true. I decided to take the Memorial Day off. That's probably the elephant in the room. I kept saying, yeah, I stream every Monday, but the last 2 Mondays I didn't. We love that consistency, don't we, boys? Alright. So we gotta kill another magma worm. This one is kind of irritating because it's in a very enclosed space. So I'm not a big fan of it. The only plus side to this actually is that the boss itself is easy because we have upgraded weapons. Now, I call the build that I'm about to transition into my Musashi build because if you've ever played Brave Fencer Musashi back on the PlayStation 1, basically what it amounts to is this tiny samurai guy who oh, where is it? There we go. So what Brave Fencer Musashi amounts to is this little samurai guy who has 2 swords, Lumina and Fusion. Lumina's like the medieval looking greatsword, and Fusion is a katana that he carries around with him that can absorb enemy skills. Now, obviously we don't have that level of skill absorption, but what we do have in place of that though is we have Moonveil, which is a magic katana. So close enough. Alright. Now I'm going to respec because in order to do the build properly, we actually need a lot more dex. We still need a lot of intelligence, but we need a lot of dex. Specifically, we need 18 dex.
Is it thy wish? Be not
Oh, hold on. Do I even have the right items for this yet? No, not the crafting menu. Larval tier, there we go. Yes, I do. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the bare minimum for... We're going to do the bare minimum for both and then go all int. So, 16 strength, 18 dex. And the other thing I'm going to do to try and save int is I'm going to use this scar, America's Scar Seal. Yeah, so let's go. Let's take Rebirth. Alright, we got 16 in strength, 18 in dexterity. Now we're going to put 55 into intelligence. Alright. Nope. There we go. And now we have everything we need for our Musashi build.
And if thou ye will is it thy
Let's see. Musashi. There we go.
be not I would
Oh, I'm not afraid. I just needed to do it this once. I also forgot that Iji's dead, so I can't go smith with him, so we're gonna have to go smith with a certain other dude. And as you notice also, the round table hold is on fire.
I knew you'd be back. Lay out your rope.
Okay. actually, I need to make sure that I have the right upgrade materials. So 2, 3, 4. I don't have a 5, a 6. Okay, so I need to get a 1, a 5, and a 6. Which is okay, because I think I know where to get them. Think being the operative word there. Oh, so another thing about this. If you kill an NPC that has items that you can buy, you can often get their bell bearing, and you can bring them to the Twin Maiden husks here in the Round Table hold, and you can turn it over and have another opportunity to get those items. So we have a 5, we have a 6, and we're going to go to EG's because he has a 1. Okay. Now we've got everything we need to fully become Brave Fencer Musashi. Yeah, I'm running with a bit of a duck walk gait right now, but that's okay. Alright, let's see. Strengthen. Oh, I don't have an 8. That took me by surprise a little bit. But I need to go get an 8. Do I have another 9? Yeah, I have another 9. Alright. I love this run that my character's doing right now. It's kind of silly looking. Alright. 8. I don't know why this makes me think of the Proud run so much. So one of my favorite memes is from the Proud family, and it's the episode where the dad, Proud, is running up the street in like a secret agent episode. So they did this like janky, goofy looking animation for him. That's kind of what I'm thinking of right now when I look at this run. All right. There we go. Now there's just a couple more pieces of the puzzle to make the Musashi build work. And for that, I need to go and actually go get that samurai armor I said I wasn't going to go get earlier. So we're going to delve into a cave and we're going to get the white Land of Reeds set. And that will be our armor for the rest of the game. Now, funny story about this armor. It's worse in every way than the armor we're wearing now. But I'm wearing it for fashion souls at this point since we're doing Musashi build. I care more about the fashion souls, y'all. I want to look stylish. That's actually half the reason why I chose the initial setup that we had for this build, because I thought it looked cool. There really is no other reason for it other than I think it looks cool, so yeah. Those lobsters are determined to kill me, huh? But it's okay, we made it. We ain't worried about no dragons. And we ain't worried about no frickin' lobsters. Alright. So the way the Brave Fencer Musashi build works is build up Frostbite with one weapon and just annihilate with the other one. So I'm actually going to put on the Rotten Winged Sword insignia for now. And we're going to go get our armor. Yeah. Interesting fact about this dungeon as well is that there's nothing but spirit collar snails in here. And all the enemies are linked to a spirit collar snail that's somewhere in this cave. So, if you're struggling with this particular dungeon, what you must do is... Oh, there's our armor. Find and kill the spirit collar snail in the room. And it will kill all of the enemies that are... Yeah, and it will kill all of the enemies in the area. Just in case you needed to know that. Yeah, the boss of this zone is also a spirit collar snail. Let's see. We're going to put on our White Land of Reed set, though. Just so we can get that Fashion Souls going again. There we go. So, yeah. And then I'm going to go give myself the appropriate haircut when I get back to the round table hold. But for now... There is a spirit collar in here that we got to be careful of. Because this is a two-phase boss, believe it or not. Alright. Okay. Alright. Now that we got the god skin, keep an eye out for weird movements in the room, because at some point the spirit collar snail will make itself obvious. It's a bit annoying that we just lost our summon, but that's okay. Yeah. The other way to avoid this rolling attack is to just keep running in a circle, because eventually he will stop. Oof. There we go. Okay, now keep an eye out, because eventually the spirit collar snail will spawn in. And just rush it down. Because otherwise it will try and call back in more godskins, and you don't want that. You might, but I don't. Alright. Now the other things that we need to get for our build specifically is the Terra Magica, which is a spell that will increase our magic damage. Sorry, I'm just looking at the hats to see. That's good. Nah. Sorry, I'm trying to fashion souls. Alright. Now we're going to go back to round table hold and give ourselves the right haircut now that we have our correct duds on. Because, yes, we look good now. Yeah, the round table hold might be on fire, but that's okay. We're Brave Fencer Musashi now. Okay. Detailed appearance. Oh, look, we're naked again. All right, let's see now. Not that one. Which one looks more like Musashi's hair? No, that's Geralty. Pretty. That's okay, I guess. All right. I think we're good now. All right. We are now Brave Fencer Musashi. And where we need to go now. What should we do now? I'll advance Crumbling Farah Missoula a little bit. Now, if I remember correctly, we were at Dragon Temple Altar. There we go. Now, there's one thing I want to do before we actually fight the end boss of this area. The problem is that I don't exactly remember what I need to do to advance his quest line, or if it's too late. So if it seems like I'm putting off going to the end of this area for a bit, it's because I am. And just bluntly put it that way. Because in order to do his quest line, we need to actually get all of the death root that's scattered throughout the lands between. And to get all the death root, we need to go into the dungeons that are scattered around. So I want to make sure that we're well prepared before we do that. And like I said, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't exactly remember all the steps that we need to take in order to make that happen. So, So what I'm going to do is advance a bit further, do a few more things in Farah Missoula, and then when you catch up with me next time, we'll do death root quests. And we're going to make sure that all is good in the world. All right. That's kind of the other thing I like about my Musashi build, actually, is that having the ability to freeze and then, or inflict frostbite, and also to just Shrek with a really good katana is actually kind of fulfilling. I don't really know how else to explain it, but I just love the way this build feels. Okay. So just like I said before, we use Lumina to inflict frostbite, and then we use this. So normally this is the build I play the game with, just so you know. Because I like my Brave Fencer Musashi build. It looks really dope. And it makes me feel nostalgia. The other reason why is because we can do that. Yeah, most of the bosses in the remaining bosses in this game can't really be parried, so that's also why I'm okay switching over to Musashi. Plus, I think the Musashi build just looks baller. I forgot I have to go down. Oh well. Also, there's a dragon on the other side of the bridge over there that's just spamming electricity. No reason. Just he's just having a good time over there. We'll go and say hi to him in a bit. I just want to get my runes back. Yeah. Let's see. We got everything we need equipped. There we go. Yeah. And if I was going to take this game into New Game Plus, I would also be getting another talisman called Millicent's Prosthesis. And the reason for that is that it boosts your dex, and it also gives you access to a stacking effect with your Rotten Wing Sword insignia. Just something to think about in case you want to try this build yourself. And after Shadow of the Erd Tree, I might take Musashi into New Game Plus, but I want to experience Shadow of the Erd Tree first before I start investing too much in new playthroughs. Especially since Miyazaki said that the DLC is supposed to be about as hard as Halig Tree. And I know I brought it up before. I'm just worried that it's going to be all the bad of Halig Tree and none of the good. Because I do not mind difficult games. I do mind when the game feels unfair. And Halig Tree, unfortunately, feels like it doesn't belong in a FromSoft game. Or in a game that's in the style of like a Soulsborne game, I should say. Stop that. Come on. Bring it. Cool thing about that dragon is that it has a lot less health than the one that we fought on the bridge earlier. Oh, I do so love it when games go my way. Ho, ho, ho. Sorry. I just felt like being a bit pompous there for a sec. All right. We are now nearing the ending to things. But that's why I'm also going to do a quest in the next episode. I just need to look up the requirements for the quest first. Because, yeah, we only got a few more bosses and then that's it. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it be that way. Now we're just gonna speed run. Because I don't actually... Yeah. Other good thing and the reason why I killed the dragon I should specify. It doesn't respawn, so once it's dead, we could just speed run our way back to the Grace over there in case that stuff like that happened. Ah, stop it. That'll be quite enough of that from you. Behave. Okay. For real, though. We're doing good. Did we cheese Melania this episode? Yes, we did. And I'd do it again. I've also been watching a lot of Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged, and for some reason, that tone kind of reminded me of Dine. When he goes, "Cole, brother." There's something you gotta understand, Barrett. The coal, it sings to me. I think even Musashi was concerned about me there for a sec. That I might lose my mind. Well, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Possibly. Excuse me. Excuse me, I needed a musical interlude again. No other reason than I felt like it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. That was an instance of gotta do it. Okay. We are heading this way because I want to show you something. I mean, that's basically the entire point of this series, is me wanting to show you something. But in this case, the thing I want to show you... I can never remember which one of these will get up. Yeah. There are a bunch of hidden ones on the ground where they're just gonna give you the good old ambush. And I don't like ambushes. So, we're gonna deal with it. But even more than that, we're gonna get invaded. You remember this guy? Our homie since the beginning of the game? Or not really since the beginning of the game, but up until at least recently. Aw. Dang you. Die. I'm trying not to just straight up spam the weapon art, but it's hard not to. Especially against Bernal. GG. You're a recusant, so the only way I can respect you is by murdering you. So the item that we got there, the Blasphemous Claw, that will help us against the boss of the area. Dang it. Alright. I also like doing this because there's an enemy gank in there waiting for you if you're not careful. Yep. If you had just rushed in there, all three of those guys would have ganked you. So don't do that. Stop it. Get some help. And we also get the Old Lord's Talisman, which we don't really need. I just wanted to show you can get it here. The real prize of this encounter was the blasphemous claw. And now what we're going to do is go back beside the Great Bridge in order to clear off an annoying enemy. Now, I call this an annoying enemy because guess who it is again but our good friend, Draconic Tree Sentinel. Yeah. I do not like this enemy, Sam I am. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna kill the shite out of him. And what's gonna happen is the goal here I think that's actually a good place to leave the episode. Oh, that sounds kind of like a pissant thing to do, doesn't it? Okay. You got me. We won't end the episode yet. I'll take him down. And then we'll end the episode. Okay. Off we go. To murder us, a Draconic Tree Sentinel. Oh. Okay, now I procced Frost. There we go. Aw. There we go. A cinematic and beautiful finish. Oh, not really. I don't know where my mind's at, y'all. But what I will say is this. We watched our lovely Manties grow into brave fencer Musashi. And I think that we can't ask for anything better than that. So I think we're going to end off here, y'all. So next time we're going to do some death route quests. And we're going to, yeah, do the thing. So I will actually be back next Monday, y'all. I swear. It's just Memorial Day. All right. So this has been Byte the Robot, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace, y'all.